Hey, how's it going, everybody? Cinple here. I just wanted to spend a few minutes and kind of show you around the latest project I've been working on. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Playing on the island, and I've been wanting to actually take the Omnivore island. That's kind of... oh, it's getting dark. God damn it. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Cinple here. I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of show you around my my latest project. I decided to take the Omnivore island, which, for anybody that's not familiar, that's the island on the island map. That's in the southern eastern section of the map. There's never any carnivores, anything that can kill you over here. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've kind of turned the island into a large nursery and a kind of a farming area, as well as I've kind of added a port to store all the couple of the ships that I use back and forth between this and the island. So without further ado, let's kind of take a look around. We'll start here, which is kind of become known as the nursery or the nanny house. Kind of fairly simple for the most part. Gotta have a couple beds for fast traveling back and forth between other bases on the map. Vault to put your belongings and all that. Over here is kind of the kitchen, chemistry station, industrial cookers, industrial grill, a few refrigerators. Kind of store raw meat, the cooked meat, and anything miscellaneous like berries and cake and anything else. Over here, plumbed in water tap, so that way if you need to fill up your water containers, you can do it right here in the house. We'll head over here. Oh, before I forget, I actually added the fireplace to this. Put on the Alpha Rex trophy. Just kind of made it feel a little bit more like home. And over here is the crafting area. So while you're waiting for some of your dinos to mate and some of the eggs to hatch and the babies to grow up, you can spend some time doing some crafting over here. We have our painting section, refrigerators for narco, the spoiled meats, anything other miscellaneous related that needs to get refrigerated. We have 3 Smitties. We have the S+, the HG, and the standard vanilla Smitty. And then on this side we have the porter, or the pedestal. This is where I kind of make narcotic and anything miscellaneous like cement. Have our mini fabricator and the kind of the mini industrial forge. Went through and made the whole place out of glass, which with this mod it's as strong as steel, if not stronger, and tinted all the windows at 75%, except for the ceiling, left that at pure translucent, so that way you can get a nice view of the nighttime sky in the daytime. Have a few lights in here. These lights are customizable for color. I'm all set to a little bit of a blue, kind of give an HD, kind of that high-end look to it. Kind of brings the place together a little bit. Let's take a look outside. Kind of look around. Glass goes all the way around, so you're kind of covered from when it rains and all that. Over on this side right now it's just kind of a big patio. Did get it plumbed, which I had to plumb for water for the cookers anyway. So while I was here, just junctioned off. That one runs off to the water tap for filling up bottles. And then this one I can run off to anything else I may do. I may actually plant some X-plants on the top or off to the side of the nursery home, and as well maybe off to the side over here, just as a little extra defense. But let's head over to this. This is kind of the nursery and mating holds. So walk inside. Oh, and as a heads up, this is all for the aviaries, all for the birds. That's really all this island is for. Is just for breeding birds, even some smaller things like frogs and stuff like that. Kind of out of the way. You don't have to worry about anything really bothering you over here. But you can put in the 2 that you want to breed into here, close it up, and that will lock them in. Then you can just put them on wandering, and it will do the deed. And then you can access into here, and in each one of these areas between the different sections, this is a egg incubator. Kind of helps regulate the temperature, and you can just place an egg in here or even into the room next to it, and it will still incubate the egg. And here we'll usually put the juvenile or the egg. It'll hatch, and then you can kind of nanny it until it gets to an adult, and then release it into the wild. But you have access to all of the bays going through these doors, and then you can exit and transfer your animals after that. We'll kind of put a sign for each one. Mating cage 2, and then the incubation room 2, and so on and so forth. And then we will head over to this one. And this is kind of the hold for your breeding animals. So right now I just have 2 birds and 2 pterodons that I use for breeding. They're not the highest level. This was more of just something fun I wanted to do, just to try it out and see how it works. So I think this one's a level 56, and I think this is a level 72. They're alright birds, but definitely not the best. We have a door here, which gives you access out to be able to fly in and land, and you can store your birds if you're just coming by to visit. This is kind of the colonel, which I'm calling him. He's kind of protects this area from any unwanted pests that come around, which is very rare, if at all. But he's kind of the bird I use primarily to fly around. So we will head back in. Alright, you guys, so we're back. Went back to the nanny house, and what we're going to do is walk down the stairs. And this will actually take me to the greenhouse. And the generator room and the oil pump. So, take a look at the generator. Just kind of stuck it down here, unprotected. Sits right under the rock. It has a little lamp by it. It's a little tech generator, so it's all wireless and kind of keeps things clean. Really clean. You don't have all the wires going everywhere and have to worry about outlets. And then over here, this is the oil pump that I can use for making fuel and all that fun stuff. Actually works pretty good here on this island. Let's go take out the kind of the greenhouse. So in here, pretty much if there's a seed for it, I'm trying to grow it. We have our compost box, which is actually set for auto pickup. So it picks up all the crap from all around the island, stores it, and then just put in the thatch and create fertilizer. And these pots actually auto pick up the fertilizer from the compost bin. So it's kind of self-sufficient in here. Then I have our berry pick, which if I access it, kind of auto picks up everything, and I can just pull fruits and it'll pick everything up that I have grown out here. So we have some citrus, some of the what do they call it? The poison from the jellyfish, the bio oil, grown there. even growing element for the generators that I have kind of planted around, and even the you know, I always forget the name of these things. It's the gel, the Engler gel, which works really good for fires. Very, very good. Then kind of up here, same thing. Have some palm trees, some aloe vera, some more of the element pieces. And this one that looks empty, it actually has gems. And looks like we're actually empty right now. I think it's because I just pulled it. So that is the greenhouse. I have total of 5 lights, 4 that are just white, and then 1 in the middle, just kind of a bluish tint. Just kind of gives a nice look in here. Makes it nice and bright, kind of like a real greenhouse should be. Kind of grows the plants 24 hours a day. So now we're going to take a trip up to the big bird pen. So I'll meet you guys up there. You know, so I actually got distracted. First I wanted to show you kind of the pig pen. This is also used for making fertilizer, so I'll have the dung beetle that just kind of hangs out in here with the pigs, and they're on wander, so they'll breed and they'll just literally make a lot of crap. And this kind of helps feed the compost bin up here, and I also get a little extra fertilizer from the beetle. It's just two half walled up, keeps them in here. Have a food trough that feeds them. Pretty self-sufficient. Works out very well, actually. So with that, we will make our way up that ramp and to the big bird pen. So, see you guys in a minute. All right, you guys. So this is the big bird pen. Right here, I just have one big bird. Have to go out and grab another, and this one could actually be used for breeding. Could also store some of your bigger dinos if you want to bring up a bigger dino. That's kind of why I put the ramp out front. But this has everything you need. It has the lights up above. Keep it fairly lit in here. You have a food trough. And at the very top, I don't know if you can see that, but there are explants that are plumbed in with irrigation, everything. There's a food compost, or a crap compost up there that auto collects all the animal feces from down here, puts it up there, turns it into fertilizer, and then the pots take the fertilizer, and you can grow a bunch of explants. So that's kind of the defense for this area. Definitely keeps this big building safe. Have a little access off to the back, right next to the generator. And that way you can walk to another part of the island, or you can walk all the way around and get back over to the house. So there's one more area that I want to go show you, and that is the port. Let's see if we can see the port from here. Walk through the big doors. They kind of auto open, auto close, but down over there is the port. We're calling Port Cinple, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of that and show you the boats. Just as kind of a neat little side note, the whole oasis down there, the whole inner part of the island, is actually kind of walled off. There's a wall that goes across from there, and then there's a gate in the middle, which will head down. I'll show you a little bit, but that allows me to store all the water dinos that I kind of want to have. I can breed sharks. You can store all the sharks, and they're very safe. Nothing can come in past those big metal gates, except for, you know, birds, but they don't even bother you over here either. So let's head to the port, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, you guys, so this is Port Cinple, which is basically just a kind of the HUD for this place. Kind of show you outside real quick, and then I'll turn on all the lights. But have a couple boats stored here. You can come in, and this is kind of the mess hall. There's a crafting area over there. But let's turn on some lights and I'll kind of give you a tour. So this is the remote for all the lighting within this place, and I actually put up a sign here on the side, so anybody that forgets the codes can come over and just type them in. So let's start over in the, let's start at the common room. Up here. And this is the common room over here. So put together a large table, a bunch of chairs, have a few trophies on the wall, our nice selection of trophies that we've gotten, all the artifacts, have our war map, kind of figure out where we're going to be going for the day, AC unit, kind of keeps it comfortable in here, nice and warm. We're out of wood. Well, normally there's a fire going, keeps it nice and warm, but I think it burned out. Same thing, we have lights. These lights are controlled by the control panel down over there. Only turn on when I want them to. Up here we'll kind of have a sign, kind of what's today's agenda. And back over in this room, this is the kind of the main resting area where everybody can log off, log on, be able to store all their goods. There's one vault per bed, and each of the beds kind of have a name. I'm gonna show you everybody real quick. Callie, Kaya, Jaden, Annabelle, Priya, Wally, Nick, Kat, and Michael. So that's all the tribe members. We keep a orange lamp glowing in here all the time, but if you want a little bit brighter, you can type in the code and turn on the light for in here. You can also type in that code back at the front main door, but just a couple lights posted up on the walls just kind of makes it a little bit brighter in here. Now let's go and take a look over at the crafting kind of kitchen-y area. So we actually have that labeled as the Auxiliary Room. Turn on the lights. So this is the Auxiliary Room. Very simple, very similar to the one at the nursery or the Nanny house. We have the mini forge, your cookers, which is all plumbed in with water from the back side of the wall to the water line. Same thing, you can grab a drink of water here, do all your cooking of the meats, store all the meats and berries and whatnots. Same thing, all three of the smitties, mini fabricator, and then the pedestals for creating narcotic and cement and all that fun stuff. And we have all of our larger vaults, which are all labeled, and this is where you can store your weapons, ammo, clothes and armor, fuels, general resources, loot, and miscellaneous. So these last two are more for right when you come back and you don't feel like sorting. You can just throw it in there and we'll put it where it has to go after that. In here is the generator room and also the crapper. So you can come in here, do your business, and actually have a little bit of privacy. Makes it kind of nice. So let's turn on the marina, and then I'll kind of give you a tour of the boats. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and came out and then turned on all the lights to the boats. Just to kind of speed things up a little bit for you. But first I want to show you the trapper boat. This is kind of the general base boat. You can move around, it's kind of a little portable base. Has storage unit, mini box, bed, smitty. Out here on the back, we have an area to go fishing, so you can come over here, kind of sit down, throw your fishing rod in. There's a light on the bottom which kind of helps light up the floor, and when fish are around it, makes it very, very noticeable. It's actually kind of a nice little feature. And then you can hop off and head back in. Now the nice thing about this is a trapper boat. So if you fall in here, going for a little bit of a swim. Open up here, and in here is where you can actually trap just about anything. Big sharks, all that. You just open up these doors, and you can have something come in and follow you. You can run through here. The door closed, and you can literally come in here and just snipe them off. You know, dump them full of some narcotic and be able to catch your own animal. You could also use it to store some of your more precious animals. You get them in here, close it up, and there you go. There's a quick access down below. If you really messed up and you gotta run, just come up in here. That'll keep you safe. So this is probably one of my more favorite projects that I've done. This was a blast to actually do. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So now let's go check out the travel boat. This is a boat that I use to go back and forth to the island, especially if I want to harvest or train or tame some of the bigger animals that I want to transfer it over to here. So some of the non-flying animals, bring this over to the island, have them walk on, and transfer them around. So same thing like the other boat. This has got lights on the corners. These are the spotlights, and they actually kind of light up the ground in each of the 4 corners of the boat. Works out very good. When they're in there, I actually put. This was more just for fun, but on the back, actually has brake lights. Those are there seriously just for decoration only. I'll come up here, and on the top we have our Ballista. This is good for when you've realized you've made a huge mistake, and you can come right in and take out what you need to take out. It works out really nice, actually. This boat's got a few commodities, or a few things. It's got a mini box. Store up some of your cold food they can keep with you. This is the fuel and miscellaneous box over there, your generator, and then general large storage box here for anything that you might need while you're kind of out and about exploring. Nothing really to cook. If you need to, you can just quickly throw on a campfire real quick and cook up any of the meats, but that's why I actually try to store meats in that box right there. On the top of... Oh, you know what? I have one more thing to show you. So, on the top of this building, there are a few turrets. And the way to access it is come across to the side. Walk up here. And on each corner, we have these auto turrets. So, this will protect you from anything. I've yet to have anything make it even remotely close to causing a problem in here, and I've actually been chased in by some of the more larger whales and big sharks, and those will target those in the water and take them out for you if you're not ready to take them on. Works out really good. And then across the roof, there's a bunch of skylights, so you get natural light. So you don't have to have the lights on all the time. Kind of saves on element and fuel if you're using a generator. Makes it just a little bit more pleasing too. You know, and I think that is basically it. This is, as I said, welcome to Nanny Island. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be a few more that I'll put out. I'll probably miss something along the way, I'm sure. I'm still not quite 100% done with this. A couple other things I want to add to it. Might actually add something behind the large building. And over here, actually in the water, I want to make kind of a breeding cage for any of the water animals. So I can kind of separate and keep them contained. Here's a crocodile. He kind of protects this part of the island. Same thing, got a feed trough over here. He's a little fat guy. He likes to hang out by the food. And kind of in the water. I don't think I have too much right now. But there is the gate. So that gate will just auto-open whenever you go to it. But yeah, you know what? I think that's pretty much it. Sorry, I'm actually looking for my shark. I had a shark in here. And now the shark is gone. I kind of have a feeling that he might have escaped last time I opened up the gate. That is kind of the downside. The gate kind of auto-opens, and sometimes, if you have a crafty enough fish, they'll sneak out right behind you. So all you do is come up, then you're out. And there's a shark right there. But I don't think that's my shark. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and that little bell, so that way next time I come out with another video you will be notified, which right now I don't put out too many, so you don't have to worry about being flooded with a whole bunch of nonsense if you don't want it. But it helps me out, and you know, hopefully you've learned a little bit from this, and maybe there's some ideas that you guys might be able to use in your own build. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Come here, you. Gotcha. And again. Don't you run away from me. Get back here. You know what? Is this actually my shark? You are. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Come on, man. Sit back. You should watch out for these jellyfish. Oh, really? Really, dude? Hold on, hold on. So we can get you out of there. Oh, crap. What the hell is that? Oh, that's my whale.